Welcome to the podcast Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook, where we will discuss the latest and most relevant business strategies to help you do one thing extremely well: sell more homes. We'll discuss everything from business planning to lead generation and conversion to past client customer service and everything in between. Join us for authentic conversations and nuts and bolts takeaways you can implement into your business today. And now, Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Selling Real Estate with Kelly Cook. And we got Kelly here with us today. Kelly, how are you doing today? What kind of day are you having?
I thought you were going to ask me if I had any pumpkin spice lattes.
No. Have you?
I've had one. That's it. I can't believe I only had one. It's almost Thanksgiving. I only had one. This is crazy.
I've already moved on. I love pumpkin spice lattes. Don't get me wrong. You all know this about us. We've talked about this many times, but I made pumpkin bread last night. I love pumpkin more than anybody, but I'm a real sucker for peppermint mocha. So they released those. We're in November. So I'm past the pumpkin spice. I'm on to peppermint. That is my jam.
That's a good one. I can't blame you.
Yes. So Kelly's had one pumpkin spice latte. He's got to get into the season. We're almost to Thanksgiving here. Last week we talked about business planning, but with a unique spin, really talking about putting your goals into numbers, plugging them into a formula to figure out exactly how much you're going to make, how to get to where you want to make, and how to break that down every day so that you know that you're on the path to do so. Go back and listen to that if you haven't already, because right now you should be starting to think about what your 2026 is going to look like. Like we said, we're heading toward Thanksgiving. It is the time to do this. What you're doing now is going to impact your 2026, which, by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about today, specifically on phone calls. We all know, and I know not everybody does it, but you need to be making phone calls, right? Whether that's to your past clients, your sphere, a cold list, whatever it is, you need to be on the phone. That is like basics number one of real estate. However, I think a lot of the time the question is, how do I get into those conversations, or how do I keep those conversations going, right? And so that they're not a waste. And this is something that Kelly mentioned on our last episode. It was the gold brick. And I don't think that we've ever talked about that in depth on this podcast. So I wanted to allow Kelly to go a little bit more in depth with that. Kelly, let's get into it. What is the gold brick? Because I don't remember hearing about it before.
Yeah, guys, this is definitely one that you want to write down for sure as you listen to this. So pause it, take it off 2x speed, maybe listen to 1 time speed on this one. But this is something that you want to write down, because this is what's going to help you build your database. See, the game of this whole industry is to have people in your world that you have in your funnel, that you are in somewhat control of, you have oversight of. Now, does that mean they're going to do business with you and you can force them to do business? No, of course not, right? But if they're in your world, they're in your system, they're getting your stuff, your communication, your emails, your text messages, whatever it is, information, value that you're providing, then you have a chance to nurture them to a relationship at some point in the future when they are ready. Okay. So did you know, Elizabeth, that as of today, there's only 50 days left in 2025?
Oh my gosh, I didn't. That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? And did you know that there's only 34 working days left in 2025? That's it. Okay. So that being said, time is limited here. And if there's only 34 working days left in the year, and you're talking, about 21 days on average in a given month, you're talking about preparing for 2026 already. Okay. So one way the goal is
a lot closer than you think. Yeah.
100%. Especially with holidays, right? This is a simple Google search. So they might not even be taking into account a few days that you're going to take off that the average person maybe won't be, right? Just because you're your own boss, you're a realtor, you can do what you want, right? And that's why we do this. And we're really good at that, by the way, but we stink at being good at disciplining ourselves to be consistent. Okay, enough about that. Gold Brick will help you for your business planning for whatever you want to do the rest of this year, but really 2026, because these are the people that aren't low-hanging fruit, but they're still nice. So this is how you never throw away a conversation in the future. Never throw away a good conversation. And this is the gold brick. So here's how it goes, right? we're not going to get into scripting on whatever it is you're calling. But let's say you're talking to somebody who doesn't know you really well. They're obviously not in your sphere. They don't know, like, and trust you. There's no real rapport built with this person. So it could be a business development call. It could be a follow-up of a lead that maybe is your second or third phone call that they still don't know you that well, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And the simple script goes like this, right? Do you want to sell your house? No, I don't. Okay. Do you know anyone else who might want to sell their house? I can help. No, I don't. All right. Now, this is how most scripts go, no matter who you're calling and what you're saying. It's usually, are you looking to? No, I'm not. Okay. Do you know anyone else who's looking to? I can help. No, I'm not. No, I don't. Whatever. Okay. And that happens 90% of the time. Let's be honest, right? Which is the expectation of anybody who's doing business development prospecting should have going into it. But what about those people that are nice, that just bought a house a year ago, that are nice, that just bought a house 2 years ago, that don't need your services right now? But they're nice. Like, oh yeah, thanks for calling. They're giving you time of day. They're not trying to rush you out the phone, guys. We know what it's like. We know what it feels like when someone's like, dude, I just want to get off the phone with you. I don't have time for you right now. Okay. These are not these people. These are people that, and by the way, I would argue that if you talk to 100 people, you're going to have 30 to 50 of them be in that category. Seriously. And you're going to have just a small percentage, let's call it 3 to 4% that are like, yeah, let's meet right now.
Yeah.
Whether or not I want to sell tomorrow.
And most people are digging for those, but it is a really small percentage of the people that are going to do that.
Yeah. And so, but the people who are the 30 to 50 out of the 100 that are nice, but not looking to do anything right now, and they have no desire, right? They are going to be purchasing or selling real estate at some point in the future. Now, it could be 10 years from now. It could be 10 months, but they are going to do something in the future. Okay. So will it be with you or someone else? So here's how you keep in touch with them. Here's how you get them into your world. Because for all you know, you just have a phone number. You don't even have an email address at this point, right? So are you looking to sell your house? No, I'm not. Do you know of anyone? No, I don't. Perfect. Now, the average agent at this point will say, all right, well, thanks for your time, and move on. Because what else do you do at this point? They're nice, but what else do you do? This is what you do, the gold brick. So the third part of any script, of any framework of any script is, do you know of anyone? Last but not least, gold brick. Do you know of anyone? Gold brick. Okay. The gold brick then is something just like this. Now you can tweak it a little bit, but I would not tweak it much because it works really well just like this. Okay. This is what you say. One last question for you. And you say that because now they're listening because this is it. They don't have to worry about 27 more questions coming from you, right? So they can get on with their day. One last question from you or for you. When it comes to buying or selling real estate, who do you refer your business to? And then you zip it. And if they don't have a go-to person, they mention right off the cuff, oh, it's my Aunt Susie with whatever brokerage. Or it's it's Jim, man, my buddy. He did a great job when I bought my house 2 years ago. If it's anything but that, and it's like, I don't really have a go-to person, or I don't know, or anything like that, or, well, I had somebody, but I haven't heard from them for 10 years or whatever. Then the follow-up to that is, okay, well, listen, I know this is just one phone call here, and I don't intend to earn your business off just that one phone call, but I do like to provide a lot of value to the people I speak with and my clients. One way I do that is through a proprietary piece of software called a market snapshot. It's just a tool that allows you to keep track of arguably one of your largest investments that you own, which is your home. And it comes out monthly, quarterly. You get to basically control the rhythm of how often it comes out. I would love to send it to your inbox. What's your best email address? Zip it. You don't ask them, can I have your email? You say, what is the best email address? It's already implied you're going to do this. And why would you not? It's free. It's a great tool and it costs you nothing. You're implying that's the case. So that's what you do. And guys, I'm telling you, if you just say it like that with confidence and like it's nonchalant, like you're having a conversation at a dinner party with someone you know really well, just like that, a good percentage of the people will say, sure, it's jim@gmail.com. Because what do they got to lose, right? They're nice. Yeah. They've been nice so far. And you just give them a great offer and there's nothing for them to lose. And you're not going to clog up their inbox, so because it's not coming out daily or weekly.
Yeah.
And they say, cool, Jim. Then you tell them what's to come next. All right, cool, Jim. I'll get that set up for you. And you're really going to enjoy the tool. I'd love to have any feedback from you whenever you get a chance. But I'm going to send that out to you in the next 5 minutes. Or maybe you're still going to do more business development calls and you have half an hour left in the next 30 minutes, next hour, next 2 hours. But you let them know when it's coming. and then you deliver on that and you send it within that time frame. And then they go in your database. Okay. Then they should go in your database into a section of a category of your database that is used specifically for people that now you're going to qualify them to remain in your database. In other words, you're going to do something to try to earn the mind share of that person. When they think real estate, they think your name. They don't, not now, but when they think it, they think of your name. And you're gonna there's a whole series on this. We could do another podcast on about what you go through to try to make sure you build rapport. And if you don't build rapport, they should go then to another category of your database that now will have technology basically stay in touch with them, because you want to work on the 20% that actually know, like, and trust you. And don't try to hoard everybody that you have one good conversation with for yourself forever and ever, because that won't work out, because it's not sustainable. You cannot do it appropriately at scale. Correct. So you use the technology for the 80% of those people, right? Use your systems that combine technology and yourself for the 20%.
Okay. The gold brick. That's how you do not waste a conversation that you're having. Which, I mean, I'm interested that I hadn't heard you talk about this before, because this is something I talk about nearly every day. In my world, is you have to stay in touch with people, and you're doing all of the work of making those calls, like, make those calls work as hard as they can for you, right? Bring those people into your world. So fantastic script there for you to use starting right now. Do not get off the phone without asking to stay in touch. If it's a good conversation, right? Like you said, if they tell you to, to bug off, don't ask them then. But if it's a decent conversation, if they're open, go ahead and take those next steps. And if anybody has any questions about this or any other real estate topic, Kelly, where can they reach out to you?
Yeah, I'd love to talk to you guys. Hit me up on Instagram at Kelly Cook Homes. Shoot me a follow, and we'll chat more about this gold brick or any questions you have there for sure. DM me.
All right, everybody. We will see you all next week with a new episode. Bye, Kelly.
All right. See you guys.